Hey guys, Goresh here. Actually here to talk about a Legends discussion video, but I'm not alone. I actually have Bradical here. I'm sure a lot of you know him if you're part of the community in Dragon Ball Legends. He's been one of the bigger YouTubers in the scene, and if you guys haven't checked him out, highly recommend you do. His YouTube link will be down in the description. But how are you today?
Oh, dude, bless your heart. One of the bigger YouTubers? Oh, I'll take it, dog.
I
Thank you
mean,
so much.
I mean,
I'm
gotta
doing
show
pretty good.
gotta show some respect, man.
Now we're getting there, but hey, I appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem. So what I wanted to do is I actually made a tweet earlier today, and I just asked a lot of the people who are following me on Twitter to basically tell me or let me know of things that they wanted to see discussed in a video on YouTube. So what we're gonna do, I think, is just go down the list and pick out a bunch of these suggestions that people had, and to sort of go back and forth about them. And it's gonna be about like what things Legends can do, or what sort of things have been happening in Legends that sort of define how good the game is or what they could be doing better, throughout whatever is going on. So I think we're going to start and just go through them. So the first one we have here is one interesting thing that I've been thinking about is what if they made the rate slash pool similar to Dokkan and give guaranteed sparkings per multi? Would people stop complaining? Because people seem to love summoning on Dokkan and hate it on Legends. So I've seen a lot of people mention this, and obviously you can see this is the most liked post on here. But um, personally, if I were to give this consideration, I would say that they would need to include a lot of units, a lot of sparking units on the banner, in order to have this work. What do you think about this, Red?
Yeah, no, so we were talking a little bit about it before, and I do actually, I 100% think guaranteed sparking should be a thing.
Hmm.
A minimum guaranteed extreme. Like,
Right.
that's absolute minimum, because sometimes, like, I'm just trying to pull extremes. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, it's like getting an all hero multi. I don't think I've ever felt that in Dokkan where I just don't want to play anymore. And
Yeah.
that's what it's like getting like an all hero one. So I understand people come, especially if you were to get that 1,000 like crystals, or you grind up 500 and you had 500 saved up and you get an all hero multi. At least pulling like a yellow Frieza or something might at least be like, all right, well, it sucks still, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think there's
So I agree with that, definitely.
I think there's multiple layers to that too, because one, pulling a full hero multi is like it's just so demoralizing, and then two, most of the hero units, if not like 99% of them, are all completely worthless at this point because they haven't released a new one in how many months? I mean, it's just not worth anybody's time to like take the time to grind up those crystals just to have them be essentially worthless.
Well, yeah, and like somebody, we spend money on the game, and it's like at that point, I can justify it saying I get Z medals. But if I didn't spend money on it and I was like, just barely saving, or I spent like $5 or $10 a month or something, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, dude, like, come on, at least give me a chance at like Extreme Bulma or something if I'm going for, something. It's like I want something here, not just, oh, well, you got shafted 6 times in a row. So
Yeah,
I'm actually with people on that 100%. That the pool, I'm fine with the pool. Actually, I'm okay with where it's at now on that kind of thing. We could definitely talk about that too, but
right.
rates for sure. Like, there's got to be some kind of guaranteed something, you
Yeah,
know?
especially because the rate of pulling a specific extreme unit is actually like about half of what it is to pull a specific sparking unit, which is not how it should be. I mean, given there's a lot more extremes that are on the banners, but I mean,
No,
it,
that's wild. You want to pull the better. I mean, extremes nowadays could almost be better than sparkings, but technically speaking, they're still going to be below sparkings. Like the sparkings are what you want, of course.
yeah, exactly.
Regardless of how good of extremes are. It's like, yeah, there should be no chance of pulling a sparking over pulling an extreme. Like I'm still chasing an extreme from like 6 months ago. It's
Yeah,
like I just can't get them. So
I mean,
yeah, I'm with people on that one for sure.
I would be happy if they included like all of the past older sparkings on a banner, and maybe the guaranteed sparking like the last unit in a multi or whatever. That unit, that guaranteed sparking spot would be 95% to be one of those older units, and then maybe 5% to be one of the new units, or however they want to do it. I know in Legends it's 5% total, so
No,
they
it's
could.
not bad. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the last spot should be guaranteed sparking. We have so many. They want to push out so many banners at this point. You want to keep giving us unit after unit after. You got to give people a chance to get these units. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, especially at
You
the
know, and if you,
especially at the rate that they're going, and we'll talk about that later, but
yeah, for
it's
sure.
okay. I think that's sufficient for that point. And then the next one I want to sort of talk about is the equipment in this game. Um, so it's no joke that it's almost like impossible to get like S tier equipment. I've seen people make videos on equipment and like what's the best way to go about upgrading them, farming them, etc. And we're not going to get into like the whole equipment awakening in this video because that's a whole separate video that we could talk about for 20 minutes. But I mean, what are your thoughts about just the equipment situation in this game? Because to me, it feels like I have a bunch of Z medals. I spent a lot on this game. I spent 100,000 Z medals just to buy like a bunch of equipment. I think I walked away with maybe 6 to 8 S ranks and all of those Z medals.
I mean, dude, yeah, I did an entire live stream. I spent like 4,000 of each of the currency in, was it the Great Saiyaman? One of the Legends Roads. I think it might have been the Goten.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent like 5,000 of each of those throughout a couple different live streams and like on my own. And I didn't walk away with a single Z out of, and I understand, I'm okay with getting a Z one every 500 equips. Not that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking one out of every like 3,000 equips, like, Doug, like that's too much. I mean, honestly, it's like, it not even need to be Z, just even good. Like a good S with double yellow, I see that so rare.
Yeah.
I mean, or you get some like, your health is boosted and your crit, but then the blast attack you're trying to get is like 2%. And it's like, all right, sweet.
Yeah, and just for reference, I'm Z rank 200, and I've farmed up like at this point I'd probably say close to 10,000 equips just throughout my entire time playing this game. I have exactly one Z rank equipment. That's not counting like the ones they gave out for the movie or whatever. And how about you?
Yeah, no, same. I have one Frieza equipment that boosts blast attack by like 13%. And it's a Z. It's like the worst Z I could. It's a silver one that somehow went Z like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I don't think that having a S from an A is that big of a jump, and having a Z from an S is not that big of a jump. But it would be nice to have those top tier equipment so that for those of us who haven't started out our units to 5 or 6 stars can at least have a fighting chance against those who spend a lot on the game and have like upgraded their units to being like super 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 top tier.
Well, there comes a point where it's like, yeah, it's not a giant jump from S to Z, but it's also just more the mentality of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, just seeing that Z equipment, it just looks nice. I mean, it's what you want that for a reason. Mm-hmm. They make it that design. And I mean, it puts it in perspective that it's like, I've gotten one, and I am Z level 209. I've made, I think, 501 videos about Legends as of like yesterday, and I've gotten one Z equipment.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's mind-boggling when you actually like break down probability. It's like something's going on here, man. Like,
yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree that they should do something about it, and especially considering the fact that they release like new equips like every week at this point. It's like they need to make it easier somehow.
Yeah, 100% agree.
So next we have, since pretty much everyone I think agrees that Legends is releasing content too fast / power creep is too strong, what do you think would be a better pace for content? And since it's still a pure gacha game, how far could you reasonably expect them to tone down the power creep?
I mean, yeah. Oh, gotcha. I thought you were asking me a question, then I was like,
oh no, I was just reading the.
Read that one.
Yeah.
You're good.
I 100% agree that everything's moving too quickly. I mean, when it comes to banners, we joke about, oh, like here comes another Legends banner like every week, but at this point it actually is like they're releasing a banner every week. And that gets fatiguing after a while, especially I imagine for free-to-play players it's just like, oh well, another banner I have to skip. But even for people who spend money on the game and like people who like Brad who basically do this for a living, it's like I can't even like keep up with this pace anymore. It's actually ridiculous.
No, yeah, it's really really hard to like, because I don't mind spending the money. As a YouTuber, your ideal thing is back. That's not the issue. Of course, all the big guys do that too. But I mean, there comes a point where it's like, I don't want to just continually chuck money in here and every single week be like, am I gonna get it?
Yeah.
Nope. All right, guys, have a good one. It's like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's just, I understand. I'd be fine with 2 banners in a month. Every other week. Yeah. Not even an issue. 2 new units on each of them. I don't need to have the 3. As much as 3 is nice, I don't need to have that. It's not an essential thing.
Yeah.
They're fixing the tickets now. They're guaranteed the tickets. That unit being able to available on the banner is exponentially better than the Gohan one was. Mm-hmm. People lost their mind over the Gohan one, and it was completely justified.
Yeah.
Because they're like, yo, you like Gohan Super Saiyan 2, right? Well, I mean, good luck, dog. And that's what it turned into. And it's like, it did way better with Goten for sure. So I'm happy with that. They're changing that, but there's just it's this thing of like I said, where they continually give you these units. You want this unit, you want this unit, you want this unit. As somebody who spends money on the game, like I set aside money every month for this game,
Hmm.
I can't even pull them all.
Yeah.
let let alone somebody who's just playing the game casually. You know, Z level 115. I log in for 2 or 3 hours a day, do some PvP. I mean, you know, you're getting a new unit once every other month or something. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think that sort of plays off of the part of how many crystals do they give out for free to play players, um, and also not in terms of just the banners as well, but also just the events. What kind of events are they putting out? Are they giving free to play players enough opportunities to obtain characters that would be useful in PvP against like the premium characters like you got Purple Burly, you got Yellow Cell, you have like all these top tier units that are coming out. Ribrianne, Mai, and these three new units that are coming out, which I actually think the new Gohan is up there with Cell and Broly. Um, but can Great Saiyaman compete with them? Can the Green Gotenks compete with them? I don't think so. But I mean, I would say the Great Saiyaman's really good, but they're not at the same level.
I would
So
say if you had the right amount of support and you're a good enough player at the game, yeah, you can kind of compete. But I mean, people who are free to play aren't going to have 5 stars and Trump and Go on top of having health support. You know, they're not going to have that. I mean, that's some people do. Of course, you're going to get lucky. You're going to have your teams that are like viable. And hey, great Saiyaman fell into this one. I have a good Sun family team.
yeah,
It happens, of course. But I mean, your average player. I mean, no, Gotenks isn't going to get you anywhere. He's fun to use. Titans Yamcha, again, he's fun to use, but it's not going to get you anywhere when it comes at the end of the day. You know.
yeah. But I will say, I mean, even though we're criticizing the game like this, I really do still enjoy playing. And the whole reason I'm making this video in the first place is because I want to see the game improve over time. And I think they actually have improved a lot in terms of PvP over the past, 2-3 months. Because remember, we had that whole fiasco where people were just getting banned for no reason, and the lag was terrible. People would just be like up in arms about all that stuff. And now we don't see that anymore. It's improving, and I really like that aspect of the game. But I think in terms of premium gotcha or banner, whatever you want to call it, there's just too much, and it's all at once too. I mean, we look at like whenever they put out a new update, they throw all these events at once, and it's like you could just like spread them out over like a week or 2 weeks. Like it just has to be all at once.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Is it feels like I have a perfect metaphor for it. So like, if you don't drink water all day and chug a bunch of water at night, it doesn't work. That's not how it goes.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing with this game that it's like don't give, and then you give us too much. Well, I can't do anything with this. Hold on, I can't finish this unit. Yeah, like Great Saiyaman, I literally had to buy the $8 pack just to even get him to like 1 star the night he came out, and I had like 30 tickets.
Hmm.
It's like, and it's just that's just there's something misconnecting there.
Hmm.
Because when it happens in Dokkan, I have more than enough stuff to get stuff done, and it's finished, it's finished, it's done. It takes a little while longer for sure, but it's like I'm not using skip tickets. I'm not running through things really fast. They have the times 2 thing now. I think that'd be a fantastic addition, if you did the boost thing or whatever else. But a
Right.
whole different topic for a different thing. But yeah,
Right.
it's just there's something that's just missing there, and I truthfully I don't really know a solution because it doesn't bug me enough to really break it down. It just every now and again, man, it gets on my nerves, and it's like you guys got to fix it. I don't know. Either way.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I think it all comes down to their model, in terms of business. I think maybe their model isn't that they want everybody to achieve like all these units. Like maybe they're content with people just getting half or even a third of the units that come out. I think when you consider everything they've been doing in the game, I mean to be fair, I will say that Legends, like the sales that Legends has, far outdoes Dokkan's sales. Dokkan's sales are terrible, if we're just being frank. But
Oh, the actual sales like in the game, like what you buy. Yeah, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they no, there's a lot of things that they're good about.
yeah,
There's so many things that they're super super good about compared to Dokkan, and then it's literally just summoning, honestly. And like,
yeah.
I could get around the events if I could get the new units. I wouldn't even care.
Hmm.
But you make these, like Goten having a 0.25
Yep.
summon rate, and then you summon that 2100, and you get to that point, and it's times 4. Great, dog. That's 1% now. That's what the standard one is. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't change anything. You just acted like you did. It's
Yeah.
stuff like that it's like kind of sneaky and kind of not sneaky at the same time. You know?
Yeah, and that's sort of going into a different area, which would be interesting to talk about, which is like, it seems like every step up banner, they're like trying to think of something new for the banner. Like I know the very first step up didn't have multiple like couldn't go through it multiple times. It was just you did it once and that was it. The second
Yeah.
ever step up was like you could go through as many times as you want. You get 2 tickets per round, and that was like honestly in my opinion one of the best banners they've ever released. Then the next step up, I think if I'm not mistaken,
It
uh,
went Goku Black and then it went Kaioken, right? So it
yeah
was
yeah
Hercule, Goku
right
Black, Kaioken.
right yeah the Kaioken one. So that was the first time they had ever introduced a ticket exclusive in Beerus. Um, I mean, Beerus is not the best card. Hopefully, it gets buffed one of these days. But I mean, I think they realized that people wouldn't be happy with the ticket exclusive, so they decided to make him not too good, which I was fine with. But then you get to the next one, which was the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan ticket exclusive, and he was like insane. He still
Yeah,
is
Gohan's a
really
god,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, he's a god.
But it's like, oh, you got to spend for him now. Like you got to, rack up like 5 tickets to have a decent shot at Gohan. Um, so I think they heard a lot of backlash from that last time, and now they decided to introduce this new Legends Limited uh, sort of slogan or whatever they're using for those past ticket exclusives. And now Goten, obviously, while not being a ticket exclusive, his pull rate is extremely low. It's 0.25, and then as Brad mentioned earlier, it goes up to a normal 1% after you spent 2,100 crystals on the banner. So I'm not sure how much I like that, but my point is they're coming up with new ways to sort of get you to spend on every banner, and I don't know how much I'm a fan of that at this point.
Well, it's just like I don't think you should be changing it to where like, of course, you guys should be reading the stuff to see what this. If you're spending any kind of money or time and effort on something, you should be reading what you're doing. But at the same time, they shouldn't be doing this like, haha, you didn't even know we were gonna shift it, did you? And it's like,
Yeah,
no, like that's not. They've been doing. We've now had this is our fourth step up banner. Can we just get like a set out system? We all thought tickets. Okay, well we're like, okay, it's gonna suck. Goten's on the ticket, and then it's like, wait, you can pull on the banner, and they're like, yeah, you didn't read that, did you? And it's like, no, I didn't, because why would you change it? No, I didn't read it.
yeah,
It's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. It's like
exactly.
it. I don't know. That's where it feels sneaky to me. But then it's like, well, Goten's on the banner, so it's like that's not sneaky. I don't understand. It's like I'm torn in the middle here. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, and then the last sort of thing someone mentioned is about the anniversary. Do you have any thoughts about that? What things you might want to see come
Well,
out of
so I
that?
mean, okay, so for the longest time, I was a big fan of the big, Vegito and Rose, or Rose and a new Goku Black. Goku Black's not bad, but he could use a new one at the.
Hmm.
There's enough Gokus in the game that it's like, give us another Black.
Yeah.
But then, whenever it got mentioned that it was like we could have Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, see that to me opens up a lot of doors.
Right.
We could even do you could even do the Super Saiyan 4s. That's not going to happen until next year. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
They're too hype. They're way too hype to just drop on the 1 year anniversary when you could have it on the 2 and then Gogeta on the 3,
Hmm.
whatever else. But I think the blues are that perfect medium of do the blues, give us Vegito and Rose, give us Gogeta Blue and Vegito in the next 8-9 months, whatever else,
Hmm.
just to continue the hype of it. And then boom, you switch over to GT. You get your Super Saiyan 4s, you go to Gogeta. That happens the whole second year. It just kind of fits to me. I don't know. I'd like to see it too. I want the Super Saiyan Blues badly. I actually think it's just perfect. You get your 2 new units. You could have a third random one. I don't know. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, I think that's a decent way to think about it. I mean, and personally, I think that in terms of banners, like the setup banner wise, I think we were either looking at either a Legends Rising banner or another step up banner with like this whatever this new Legends Limited thing is. I don't whatever they decide to change for the next one. But I think Super Vegito plus maybe Kid Buu, and then having I mentioned this, but maybe like a Spirit Bomb Goku Legendary Finish unit would be cool. That's one option.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. So I mean, I'll leave you on one final thought process to the overall thing. At this point, the way Legends does it, I like it. It doesn't really bug me what comes out. Who the
Yeah.
hell would have thought I would like Great Saiyaman? I would like GT Go.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff. It's like these units that I would never have cared for have become my favorite. So Legends is clearly doing something right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like they're gonna get it right no matter what happens. So I'm okay with it. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see Vegito. Let's be real here. Vegeta, he needs to come to the game. They're giving us 2 Gogetas
Yeah.
and no Vegito at this point. It's like you're gonna have to hit that before we get anything else to involve with Gogeta. But
Yeah, so I mean, just so either a Legends Rising or a Step Up, or maybe something completely new. Who knows? But
Oh yeah,
yes,
they could change it up again. Yeah,
yeah. So
definitely.
that, or we could also, we could potentially get Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and then maybe something like Golden Frieza or Rose. So I think those two scenarios is probably the most likely. But they could always do something crazy. They could always do like a transforming Super Saiyan Goku and full power Frieza. Like no one would have seen that coming. But
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they could easily just throw it at you. I don't see Golden Frieza. I would want Golden. Don't even misconstrue. But I don't see it happening for sure. Because that's with Metal Cooler still being out right now.
mhm.
I don't know. That would push Lineage of Evil up and up and up and up. And I don't know
Yeah.
if they want to move that quickly with it. But
Well, there's another
you never
team out
know.
there, Regen, that has been getting a lot of love lately. So maybe you never know.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Because Region doesn't really need anything. Kid Buu, he may not be coming because Region, he's gonna break that team, dog.
Yeah.
Like if he's even half, the team's already. People saying Region is bad now, and it's like I gotta disagree.
Yeah. There's no way they're bad.
It's like I have to disagree. If you have Boo at 5 stars and Janemba at 5 stars, you're getting like 50% to both of your defenses
Hmm.
coming off of Cell's attack stat. Dog, you're fine. Like
Yeah,
you're good.
with 2 units with cover.
Yeah, it's like you have multiple cover, you have multiple heals. You're fine. Like if Kid Boo even came out and he was like I said, even halfway decent, he was a 6 out of 10. He would just break that entire team. Like,
Yeah, honestly. So yeah, do you have any final thoughts about any of this or?
nah, I mean, not really. The one thing we didn't touch on was energy.
Oh,
We
right,
touched on
right,
it
right.
a tiny, tiny bit. We did. That's the one thing I think I'd want to see fixed the most. I'm okay with PvP right now. It's functioning all right. I mean, I've had a couple issues, but you're always gonna have issues when you face other people around the world. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Internet's it.
I feel like in terms of energy, it's sort of indicative that with them giving out so many energy tickets like constantly, especially with like the Yamcha event or the Legends Road event, I feel like the devs sort of realize that their energy system is not the most loved system in the world, so they've sort of taken it upon themselves to introduce like a remedy to that artificially. But I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
No, it's not like it's terrible. It's really not terrible. That's what I mean. I'm really not in that bad of a place with the game. There's no way in. I'm gonna say heck because I don't want to cuss too much on your channel. But there's no way in heck that I would want to make 3 videos of Legends a day if I was hating it.
exactly. Yep.
There's no way I'd be. This is the best time to play Legends right now,
Hmm.
by far, compared to what it's been at.
Yep.
But just a little tweaks here and there that could be changed. I mean, I think we touched on pretty much everything we wanted to discuss for the most part.
Right.
I think the anniversary is going to be hyped no matter what it is.
I'm really excited.
Honestly, like,
I mean, I talk a lot of smack about Legends on Twitter and whatever, but the truth is I really enjoy playing. I mean, I wouldn't be playing the game. I wouldn't be spending as much as I am if I didn't enjoy it. So
it has the. It's still. I mean, we've all said it since day one. It has the potential to be like just amazing.
right.
They could make this could be easily. Dogen could die off and this could take it, but Dokkan supporters won't say that. I don't want Dokkan to die off. I think Dokkan's still doing really good, but
Yeah.
it's like it could, and I would actually say that this could easily carry that kind of weight if they got to a very comfortable point because Dokkan's holding Google Play up at this freaking point. But it's like
I mean,
either way.
I play this game as sort of like a supplement to Dokkan because I like both games. Like
Yeah.
whenever one game's in a dry period, I play the other game, and vice versa. So, I mean, it's just
Well, I just have 2 phones. I play them at the same time.
I'm not mega brain level yet, so I can't do that.
Oh, dude, wait till I get my 10, then I have my 9 and my 7.
Oh boy.
Like, I can't wait. Anyways, all right,
Yeah.
cool. I think that's pretty much my thoughts summed up. I don't know if you got anything else you really want.
No, that's pretty much it. Again, guys, let me know in the comments below like what you think about any of these points that we discussed. I mean, if you have something completely different that you want to maybe talk about, let me know, and then maybe we can come back and revisit this, in a month or two or whatever after the anniversary, and maybe see if they improved on any of these points. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Again, there's a part 1 in the description below. It's mostly a PvP focused video, so it honestly doesn't matter what order you watch these videos in because it's completely like a separate like topic. But yeah, go check out Brad. His channel will be in the description below as well. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.